Deep in a sprawling land stood the whispering forest, ancient and alive, where the trees seemed to murmur secrets to the wind. Among its many creatures, two stood above the rest: Leo, the leopard, master of the forest floor, and Aquila, the eagle, queen of the sky. Leo's golden spotted coat let him vanish into the dappled sunlight, his silent steps making him a ghost among the shadows. Aquila soared above, her sharp eyes spotting the smallest movement below, her wings carrying her effortlessly across the sky. Leo ruled the earth, knowing every scent and sound. Aquila ruled the air, reading the clouds and the shifting light. Though they shared the same forest, their worlds never touched. One prowled below, the other soared above. Each believed their way was best, never needing the other, content in their separate domains. Leo moved through his kingdom with unmatched stealth, his paws silent over dry leaves and tangled roots. He could wait for hours, perfectly still, then strike with explosive speed. His strength and agility let him chase swift antelopes and climb trees with ease, making the forest floor and branches his domain. Leo was clever, using wind direction and animal habits to outsmart his prey. He marked his territory, proud of his independence and skill. Every day he patrolled, confident that his way, alone and cunning, was the only way to survive. The world from the ground was a tapestry of smells and sounds, and Leo believed he needed no one. He was the king of shadows, master of his solitary realm. Above, Aquila ruled the sky from her nest atop the tallest baobab. Her vision was legendary. She could spot a rabbit's twitch or a fish's glimmer from impossible heights. Riding the wind, she circled for hours, diving with breathtaking speed and precision. The sky was her hunting ground, her freedom, her power. She saw the big picture, herds moving, seasons changing, the entire forest at a glance. Aquila was proud and solitary, certain her wings and eyes were all she'd ever need. The earth seemed slow and limited from above. She was the queen of the heavens, believing her way was the only way to thrive. One year, the rains failed, and the whispering forest withered under relentless sun. Rivers shrank, leaves dried, and the once lively forest fell silent. Prey vanished, small animals hid, herds migrated, and food became scarce. The dry season was harsher than any before, turning abundance into desperation. Leo and Aquila, once confident in their skills, now struggled as hunger gnawed at them. The forest was no longer a place of plenty, but a daily battle for survival. Both hunters faced a new reality. Their old ways were failing. Alone, each wondered if strength and pride would be enough. Leo's world shrank as prey disappeared and waterholes dried up. His silent stalks led to empty clearings, his ambushes failed as the forest grew quiet. Hunger weakened him, and frustration grew. His skills were useless when there was nothing to hunt. Even climbing trees revealed only endless brown, not opportunity. His senses, once sharp, now brought only disappointment as every scent and sound led nowhere. Day after day, Leo grew thinner, his pride eroded by the harsh season. The earth, his ally, now offered nothing. He realized that being alone was no longer a strength, but a burden. The master of shadows was now a shadow of himself. Despair crept in, and Leo wondered if he could survive alone. High above, Aquila faced her own struggle. Her vast view revealed only emptiness, herds gone, rivers shrunken, prey hidden or vanished. Her dives were futile, lizards and mice disappeared before she could strike. The river's fish were gone, and the wind, once her friend, now drained her energy. Hunger gnawed at her, and her pride as queen of the sky began to crumble. She could see everything, but there was nothing to see. Her wings could take her anywhere, but nowhere offered food. Alone in her nest, Aquila felt helpless, her great vision giving her no answers. The sky, once limitless, now felt empty. She realized that even the highest vantage point could not solve every problem. One scorching afternoon, as the relentless sun beat down on the savannah, Leo the leopard trudged through the brittle grass, his tongue dry and his paws heavy. The land, once teeming with life, now seemed to stretch endlessly, parched and silent. Driven by thirst and exhaustion, Leo dragged himself toward the ancient baobab tree, a towering sentinel that had watched over the plains for centuries, and the home of Aquila, the eagle. With a final effort, Leo collapsed in the cool shadow of the baobab, his sides heaving as he tried to catch his breath. The shade offered a brief respite from the punishing heat, but it could not ease the ache of hunger or the sting of defeat that weighed on his spirit. Above him, Aquila, the great eagle, circled wearily before settling on a low branch. Her feathers were ruffled by the hot wind, and her sharp eyes, usually so full of confidence, now reflected fatigue and uncertainty. She gazed down at Leo, her gaze meeting his in a moment of silent understanding. For the first time, predator and raptor saw not rivals but fellow survivors, each humbled by the same relentless drought. The old boundaries of hunter and hunted faded, replaced by a quiet recognition of shared hardship. A heavy silence settled between them, broken only by the soft rustle of wind through the baobab's leaves and the distant cry of unseen animals searching for water. At last Aquila spoke, her voice carrying the weight of many hungry days. "The land is hard, Hunter of Shadows," she said, her tone both weary and wise. Leo lifted his head, his golden eyes dull but resolute. "My speed and silence are useless when there is nothing left to hunt," he replied, his words heavy with frustration and longing for the days when prey was plentiful. Aquila nodded, her gaze drifting to the horizon. "My eyes see only dust, my wings take me nowhere. The sky offers no promise, only emptiness." In that quiet moment beneath the ancient tree they recognized the depth of their shared struggle. Both had been brought low by the same merciless drought, their strengths rendered powerless by the land's emptiness. They were no longer just leopard and eagle, but two masters of the savannah, each stripped of pride and power, united by the hunger that gnawed at their bellies and the hope that flickered, however faintly, in their hearts. In the stillness, a new idea began to take root, one neither had ever dared to consider. What if instead of competing they could help each other? Could their differences become their greatest strength? Could earth and sky, claw and wing, work together to survive where alone they would surely fail? As the first rays of hope filtered through the baobab's branches, a fragile partnership was born, one that would change the fate of both leopard and eagle, and perhaps the savannah itself. "You see everything from above," Leo said, his voice low and thoughtful, "and I move unseen below, blending with the shadows and the grass. What if we hunt together?" he continued, his eyes meeting Aquila's sharp gaze. Aquila listened, intrigued by the idea, her feathers ruffling in the gentle breeze as she considered the possibilities. Leo explained further, his voice steady and confident. "You find the prey from the sky and signal me. Your eyes can spot what mine cannot, and from above you see the world in ways I never could. I'll use my stealth to approach," he said, demonstrating with a silent fluid movement through the grass. "No creature will sense me coming, not with you as my guide." "We share the meal," Leo finished, his tone hopeful. Aquila realized that her vision and his cunning could succeed where each alone had failed. The idea of partnership sparked something new within her. "Let's try," she agreed, hope returning to her eyes. For the first time in many days she felt a sense of purpose, a reason to soar higher and look further. Their plan was simple, yet bold. Aquila would search for larger prey, circling above as a signal to Leo below. Her flight would become his guide, her sharp vision his advantage. Leo would approach silently, using her guidance to strike at just the right moment. Every muscle in his body was tuned to the rhythm of the hunt, but now, he moved with a new confidence, knowing he was not alone. Together they would combine their strengths, Aquila's keen eyes and swift wings, Leo's silent paws and patient cunning. It was a partnership born of necessity, but also of mutual respect. With new purpose, Aquila soared into the sky, scanning the land with fresh determination. Every shadow, every movement below became a clue, a message to be shared with her new ally. Leo followed below, his energy renewed by the promise of teamwork. The weight of solitude lifted from his shoulders, replaced by the thrill of shared ambition. For the first time, earth and sky moved as one. Their paths, once separate, now intertwined in a dance of survival and hope. Their alliance was born not of pride but of necessity and hope. In each other, they found what they lacked alone, a chance to thrive, not just survive. The hunt was about to change for both. In the vast wilderness, a new story was beginning, one where earth and sky, predator and predator would hunt as one. One crisp morning, as the sun filtered through the dense canopy of the whispering forest, Aquila soared high above the treetops, her keen eyes scanning every shadow and movement below. Suddenly, she spotted a hidden group of wild hogs, their bristly backs barely visible as they rooted through the undergrowth searching for food. These hogs were clever and cautious, always on the lookout for danger, but Aquila's sharp vision missed nothing. With a practiced grace, Aquila signaled Leo with a wide, circling flight and a piercing, sharp cry that echoed through the trees. This was their secret code, a language of trust and understanding that had grown between them over weeks of hardship. Leo, hidden in the tall grass below, instantly understood. He crept forward, muscles rippling beneath his spotted coat, using every bit of cover the forest offered. Each step was silent, calculated, and patient. He was a master of stealth, blending perfectly with the dappled light and shadows. The wild hogs, sensing the eagle above, lifted their heads and scanned the sky, their attention fixed on the threat from above. They remained completely unaware of the silent danger creeping ever closer from below, their focus divided and their guard lowered. Then, with a sudden burst of speed, Leo sprang from his hiding place. His powerful legs propelled him forward in a blur, closing the distance in seconds. The hogs barely had time to react before Leo struck with precision and strength. It was the first real kill either of them had made in weeks. Hunger had gnawed at their bellies, but now, at last, they had succeeded. Leo's heart pounded with relief and gratitude, not just for the meal, but for the partnership that had made it possible. True to their pact, Leo did not eat alone. He dragged the prize to a quiet spot beneath the trees where Aquila joined him. Together, they shared the meal, each respecting the other's space and hunger. Their bellies filled, their spirits lifted, and a new sense of trust blossomed between them. As they rested side by side, the bond between them deepened. No longer were they just neighbors forced together by circumstance, they had become true partners and, in time, friends. Their alliance was built on respect, understanding, and the knowledge that together they could survive anything. From that day forward, Leo and Aquila hunted as a team. Their combined skills made them the most successful hunters in the forest, admired and respected by all who witnessed their cooperation. They moved as one, each playing to their strengths, and their partnership became the talk of the wild. Even when the rains finally returned and the forest burst back to life with fresh vegetation and abundant prey, Leo and Aquila did not forget the lessons they had learned during the hard times. They continued to help each other, sharing not just food, but also wisdom and protection. Their friendship was a rare and beautiful thing, a testament to the power of unity in the wild. Through their journey, they had discovered that true strength comes not from standing alone, but from working together, supporting one another through every challenge and triumph. Their story spread throughout the Whispering Forest, becoming a legend, a tale of earth and sky, of pride and partnership, and of two unlikely friends who changed the meaning of survival. In the heart of the wild, the leopard and the eagle proved that friendship and teamwork could conquer even the harshest season, and that together, they could thrive in a world that demanded both courage and cooperation.